Okay, so we just had our first deal funded, um, not as a private money lender because I've already done 30 of those, but this is the first time I've had someone outside of my immediate network come in and be a co-lender on an opportunity with me. And so there's a lot of clunkiness, a lot of things that we needed to improve in our process, and we're working on that right now. But just wanted to share this as a lesson learned so that you can help guide your lending partners, your co-lenders, when it's time for them to fund a deal. So the first thing is the speed at which we moved. So I had the initial conversation on Thursday, and then a follow-up conversation on Friday, and then had them agree to a deal. So at that point, what I should have done was I did not do this, but what I should have done was put a JV agreement together and have them start working on the paperwork. Uh, in addition to that, I should have also outlined what the process was going to be start to finish. I honestly did not know what the process was going to be, and I did not dig into it. Not my strength. This is something that I should have brought my partner in on with me. So instead of having me try to handle all of it, which I mean makes no sense anyways, but I should have brought in my partner to say this is how this is going to work, and outline step by step how this the process of funding a loan. The second thing was explaining the timing. So I did not ask the right questions about timing because we're not normally funding deals within essentially a business day or two. Um, but yeah, understanding the process with whoever it is that I'm working with, saying, okay, well, when do we get information from title? When do we submit that to our co-lenders? And then how soon do they need to wire? And then explaining to the co-lenders what to look for in the paperwork, what type of paperwork they're going to be expecting, and where I'm supposed to, or where they're supposed to check to make sure that the information is correct. Uh, Wiring, explaining to co-lenders the process to wire because not everyone has one of these RSA tokens to be able to wire $100,000 from their own home. A lot of them have to go to the bank. So if they're receiving their paperwork to review at 3:30 in the afternoon and they need to get the wire out in an hour and a half, it's going to be a very tight window. So um, for them to have to go to the bank and everything. So uh, making sure that they understand the process to wire and that they have to go either to the bank or suggest them to get a token. I think it's like 20, 15 or $25 from whatever bank you have. And it just saves a lot of headaches from having to send wires over 25,000. Explaining how to confirm wire instructions. I think that's something that we should be explaining to our co-lenders as well, because they're expecting us to verify, but then they also need to get used to verifying for themselves too. And then communicating a solid funding date. So that is not something that I had explained well enough, and making sure I give enough updates to my co-lenders. So again, we got the paperwork at 3:18 yesterday, and I don't think they had enough time. First, I didn't prep them to tell them where to look and what to look for in the loan documents, and then um, expressing to them that this is what had to be done. I think had I done outline the process from start to finish from the very beginning, explain the timing from title to wire, explain the process to wire, and explaining how to confirm wire instructions. A lot of this, the confirmation of this solid funding date would not have been an issue. So lessons learned, at least on the lending side. Hopefully, this is helpful for anybody who is looking to build a lending business.